Welcome back. And today's topic from the second chapter, Consumer Behavior, we will see optimal choice of the consumer. So, this optimal choice also we can say utility maximization or consumers equilibrium. So, utility means satisfaction. Satisfaction should be maximum. To get that maximum satisfaction, the consumer should attain a equilibrium. Equilibrium means where his income and price must be equal to his satisfaction. So this is a concept we study today. And in this, we know that an indifference curve depicts the choice and priority of a consumer. In this analysis, we will discuss about the two concepts already which we have discussed in the previous video. One is indifference curve, another one is budget line. So we are going to combine these two concepts, the indifference curve and the budget line, to know how the consumer gets maximum satisfaction, that means optimal maximum, and how a consumer is going to make a choice to get his maximum satisfaction. That is what all the concept is all about. Okay, so always a indifference curve which tells priority and choice. Always whenever we go to market, we don't buy whatever we see. Instead, we make a choice of that good, and which one we like, we prefer. That is priority of a consumer. And yesterday's video I've uploaded about the budget set and the budget line. So what does the budget line says? The budget line tells the ability to pay. Okay, so in the yesterday's example I've given, so this is the budget line. For example, this is P and this is Q. So PQ is a budget line. So where the consumer spends exactly his money income, exactly what we are spending our money income, it is a PQ is a budget line. And suppose if the point is below the budget line, which indicates the affordability, and above the budget line, this point which indicates the unaffordability. We cannot afford that because our money income is limited. Only this much only we have. PQ is a budget line, right? Now, indifference curve which tells the choice, priority of a consumer. Budget line which tells the ability to pay. So already I told you in this concept we are going to combine the indifference curve and the budget line. So choice and priority can be achieved only when there is a affordability. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇರಲಿ, ಯಾವ ಗೂಡು ಬೇಕು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಅದೆರಡು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we must have the affordability. That means we should have an income. Then only that is possible to achieve. So therefore, in order to achieve consumer equilibrium that maximizes the utility, we have to combine the indifference curve with the budget line to determine the combination of goods that can be purchased with a certain amount of a budget. So this is what the introduction of this concept. Now we have certain rules. To get that maximum satisfaction, we need to follow some assumptions. So we'll see the assumptions one by one. So the first assumption tells income of the consumer is given. Income of a consumer is given means constant. Already many times we have said other things remaining constant, that is ceteris paribus. So here the income of the consumer is given. For example, we'll take the income of a consumer is 100. It is given, it is constant. There is no changes in that. Are you clear with the first assumption? Yes. Number 2, consumer is rational. Rational means an individual consumer clearly knows what is good and what is bad for a consumer in any given situation. ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಯಾವುದು ಕೆಟ್ಟದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. So a consumer will always tries to achieve the best, what is best, and how much price we are paying for it, what is the income I am having, who analyzes all this from the bundles which are available to a consumer. So a rational consumer will always choose which combination will give him a maximum satisfaction. So one was called as a rational consumer. Are you clear the second assumptions? Yes. Now let us see the third assumption. The prices of goods and services are constant. So services and goods are constant. Price, for example, let us take an example of banana and apple. So banana price is 5 rupees, apple price is 10 rupees. There is no changes in this. I am giving an example, don't take it serious. Okay, so price of goods and services, the price of banana is 5, the price of apple is 10. It is same, there is no change. Constant means same, no changes in the price of the goods and services. And number 4, consumer is aware of indifference map. So here the consumer always knows. In previous topic, one of the properties of indifference curve, we have studied that indifference curve will slope downwards from left to right. So the indifference curve, when I have explained, here we have written like I see 1, 2, 3 like that. The lower indifference curve gives lower level of satisfaction. The higher indifference curve gives higher level of satisfaction. This is what we discussed in the properties of indifference curve. So here the consumer is aware, he knows which curve gives more satisfaction, where a consumer will get a maximum satisfaction. So exactly where a consumer will get a maximum satisfaction here in the IC3, because compared to IC1, IC2 is greater. Compared to IC2, IC3 is greater satisfaction to the consumer. The consumer is aware of it. He knows where he will get a maximum satisfaction. Next is all goods are homogeneous and divisible. Homogeneous means here all goods will remain same in all aspects. The good may be a design or a shape or a brand or a color or a taste. Okay, it is all going to be the same. That is called as all goods are homogeneous and divisible, right? And the next assumptions holds the condition of transitivity is satisfied. See, transitivity means a consumer can prefer any one commodity or the other. Always, see, when we have two chocolates, for example Dairy Milk and Kit Kat, I can prefer in this any one commodity I like more. Okay, for example Kit Kat I like more than the Dairy Milk. So there are two commodities, Dairy Milk and Kit Kat. Which one I like more? Which one I prefer more? Kit Kat I prefer more. Either I can prefer one more and other less, or I may be indifferent between these two goods. Okay, even I can like Dairy Milk and also I can like the Kit Kat. I can be indifferent between these two goods. So we call it as a condition of transitivity is satisfied. Got it? The next one is the condition of non-satiety will hold. So non-satiety holding means the consumer will be related to one to the other. Okay, one commodity or the other commodity, or in between the two commodity, as I said before. So here transitivity also we can give like this. For example, I can in the transitivity I can give another example like X commodity, Y commodity and Z commodity. Either from X to Y I can prefer, or Y to Z, or X to Z. Any commodity I can prefer, any bundle of goods I can prefer. So these are the certain assumptions which helps us to understand or analyze this concept called optimal choice of the consumer. Okay, now we are going to, based on this assumptions given, it is a rule or assumptions which is given, based on this, now still more we will understand how a consumer will get a maximum utility, that is optimal choice, which is the optimally a consumer gets the satisfaction, where a consumer will attain a equilibrium position. Okay, with help of this analysis we are going to study bit more. Now we will move towards the consumer equilibrium is illustrated in the diagram. Okay, so with the help of a diagram we'll see. Already this diagram is given in the previous video, that is bit by bit is given. Now the two combinations we are collectively put together. Okay, so already let me tell you. So this is IC1. Here the number given is wrong, please try to understand. This is IC1, this is IC2, this is IC3. Okay, numbers given wrong in the diagram, please correct it, don't follow the same. Okay, for example we'll put here P, this is Q. So this blue line which is indicating, I am making as a red now, this blue line is a budget line, this line is a budget line. Budget line, what it tells? Budget line tells, already in the assumptions I have explained, the income of a consumer is given, that is 100 rupees example I told you. So this PQ is telling a consumer where he buys. So here the OX axis which is indicating banana and OY axis which is indicating the apple, two commodities. So two commodities we are buying. So the two commodities, how we are going to spend this entire 100 rupees. The entire 100 rupees is spent exactly on apple and banana, means that is indicated this PQ line, that is this PQ line is a budget line. Got it? Now these are the indifference curve. This is IC1, IC2, IC3. IC means indifference curve. So IC1, IC2, IC3. Now the consumer, in the assumptions already I told you, consumer is aware of indifference curve. See, this is the lower indifference curve, this is the higher indifference curve. So lower indifference curve represents lower level of satisfaction, higher indifference curve level indifference curve tells higher level of satisfaction. So now where the consumer will get a maximum satisfaction? Exactly at the IC3 only he will get a maximum satisfaction. Okay, and a budget line is PQ is a budget line, that is this is the budget line. Still now have you understood? Now we will move towards, now only the topic is going to be explained. We'll see what is that. Okay, the consumer equilibrium is illustrated in this diagram. Okay, so in this already I told you, in the diagram OX axis banana is given, OY axis apple is given, and IC1, IC2, IC3, there are three indifference curve, and PQ is a budget line. Okay, now which of the point? Okay, so here we have one point. So here we have one point, let us take. Here is one point. Okay, let us say this is A. Here is another point, that is B. Here is one point C. Here is another point D. Okay, just an example I have given. So here we have A, B, C, D. Okay, and now in this 4 points, where does the consumer get maximum satisfaction? Which point is explaining the maximum satisfaction, where a consumer gets optimal choice? Which is the optimum choice of a consumer? Now we have to find out this, which is a optimum choice. Okay, now let us see. Suppose if I choose A, whether point A is optimal. Whether it is optimal means the answer is no. It is not optimal. Why? Because the consumer knows that the lower indifference curve gives lower level of satisfaction. That means, can we go for, once again, the B point is here only. Whether the B will be the optimal, the answer is no. It cannot be optimal. And whether the D is optimal, no, it is not optimal choice, because a consumer budget line is limited here only. So he cannot go beyond this line, and here this IC3 which tells unaffordable, a consumer he cannot afford. This point is not affordable, it's unattainable. Okay, a consumer cannot get satisfaction at IC3 because budget line is limited here only. So IC1 will be a lower indifference curve, lower satisfaction which will give. If you go for higher indifference curve, where the income is limited, budget line is only limited here, we cannot go for the IC3, then which point will be our optimal choice? The optimal choice is, this is the point already in the introduction I told you, where we combine the indifference curve with the budget line to determine the combination of a good that can be purchased with a certain amount of budget. So when the indifference curve IC2, this is IC3, this is IC1, where the indifference curve is tangent to the budget line. So this is a point C, where the indifference curve touch budget line, where exactly the consumer will attain equilibrium position, or a consumer will get maximum utility. That is the optimal choice of the consumer. So here for this red dotted line, it is called as X1, X2. Okay, so now according to the topic of this, where a consumer gets optimum choice of a consumer means at point X1 and X2. So just I have given a point like A, B, C, D. Okay, according to this A, B, C, D, which is the optimal point? C is the optimal point. So for this optimal point C, we call it as X1 and X2. Okay, now coming back to the conclusion. So a consumer will get a optimal choice. In which point a consumer will get a optimal choice means there are 4 points A, B, C, D. So whether point A is a optimal, the answer is no. Whether B is optimal, the answer is no. Whether C is optimal, yes. So the C we are indicating as X1 and X2. Whether D is optimal, no, D is not a optimal. So where a consumer get maximum satisfaction means at point where the indifference curve, that is IC2 is tangent, is touching the budget line. is touching the budget line, where the consumer will get a maximum satisfaction. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, you can ask me and clarify.